Welcome back to another episode of Elevate Your Success 101. It's your host, Self-Pay Rose, aka Moneyline Mommy, also known as the CEO of Elevate Your Success 101. And on today's podcast, we will be continuing our 40 self-care rules of life. But before we get started, y'all know I got to give a special shout out to all my fans, all my subscribers, all my loyal followers, and all my loyal listeners out there. Man, I just love you guys so much. We want to say thank you. Without you, the brand will be nothing. Y'all helped us take it from the bottom all the way to the top. Now we on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Man, let's go. Shout out to all my fans. Shout out to all of my followers. If y'all been paying attention to the podcast, you know we've been going over 40 self-care rules of life. Today we will be covering steps 31 through 35. So take some time, grab a pen, grab a notebook, and get in position to learn. I always tell people the best way to stay in position is to always remain a student of the game. You guys always want to be learning, improving, sharpening your skills. And that's exactly what these 40 self-care rules is going to be able to help you do. Actually give you some quality knowledge that you can take and apply to your day-to-day lifestyles. So without further ado, let's dive into today's lesson. Step 31, don't judge other people. Okay, go ahead and write that down on your notebook. Don't judge other people. I want you to understand, when you judge other people, somebody's going to come back and judge you. And that's going to be somebody that you didn't want to judge you, right? So understand that judging people is going to really mess up a lot of your blessings. A lot of you guys are judging people too fast. You don't even know this person. You haven't had a conversation with them. You haven't got to know them intellectually, but you're passing judgment on them based off of maybe somebody else's analysis or somebody else's experiences with that particular person. So I want you to go out there and treat everybody with the same level of respect. And remember, if you don't want somebody judging you, don't judge other people, right? Moving forward to step number 32, forgive, forgive, forgive. All right, repeat after me. Step 32 is to forgive, forgive, and forgive. The reason that step 32 is going to be imperative on your self-care rules is because you're not going to get far in life until you start to forgive yourself for some of the experiences that you had, right? Forgive yourself so that you can forgive other people for the experiences that you had with them, right? Forgive yourself so that you can let that hurt go. Forgive other people so that you can move forward with your life, right? Sometimes you got to sit back and forgive yourself for allowing yourself to operate in a manner that caused you to be in a specific situation, right? Let's take dating, for instance. Let's say a guy breaks your heart or makes you feel some type of way. You got to forgive yourself for allowing yourself to deal with somebody like that, right? You got to forgive your family for messing you over, for not supporting you, for taking you as a fraud or using your kindness as a weakness, right? You guys got to forgive, forgive, forgive. If somebody does something small or big, let it go, forgive them, move forward, because the less you forgive, the more frustration you build up on the inside, right? And the more frustrated we are, the more ungrateful we become. Okay, so I want you guys to really understand step 32 on our self-care rules for life, which is to forgive, forgive, forgive. Next time somebody makes you mad, remember what I said. Forgive, forgive, forgive. It's going to help you move forward a lot faster, you guys. So, moving forward on to step 33 on our 40 self-care rules of life is to study the lives of the greats, right? Some of you guys want to be athletes, entrepreneurs, teachers, educators, mentors, business owners, whatever it may be, whatever industry you're really trying to tap into, whatever career you want to succeed in, you want to study the lives of the greats. I started to study Muhammad Ali, Michelle Obama, Queen Latifah. I started to really study the people that were great in the industries in which I wanted to dominate. Even when I started playing basketball as a little girl, I remember being in 3rd grade and I couldn't play basketball for shit. I didn't have no hand-eye coordination, but what I would do is I would sit there and I would watch Shaq and Kobe. Every finals, every pre-finals, all of that. I would watch Shaq and Kobe. I would study Shaq and I would do everything Shaq would do. And the next time I had a game, I would do everything I saw him do because I was studying footage, YouTube footage, basketball games. I was studying the lives of the greats so that I could become great. And before you know it, my coach was asking me like, yo, you got better out of nowhere. Like, what happened? I told him I was just watching Shaq. Like, I play his same position. He does the things that makes, basketball look easy to me. So I studied the lives of the greats. So if you're trying to get into a specific industry, like I said, or you're trying to gain authority, power, or dominance in a certain industry, you guys want to study the lives of the greats. And some people that you can study, like I said, I really studied Muhammad Ali. I studied some of the politicians that were black that came before us. I studied a lot of black famous actors and actresses. I've read their books. I've read articles. I've read biographies about them. I've even, just followed them on social media just to understand their process. So if you want to be dominant in a specific career field or a specific industry, you want to study the lives of the greats. So whatever you're trying to accomplish right now, think about who's great at it. They don't have to be famous necessarily, but if they're great in that field, study how they move, study how they operate, study the process that they take every single day to achieve their goals. Okay, guys, moving forward to step 34, make a little progress every day. Okay, that's going to be our self-care rule number 34. Make a little progress each and every day. A little bit goes a long way. My mom used to say that when I was putting on lotion as a little girl. She used to say, you don't need that much. A little bit goes a long way. And what happens is a lot of us bite off more than we can chew. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to have this skill set, this skill set. I'm going to sell this, that, and I'm going to do taxes, and I'm going to do credit, and I'm going to do Airbnbs, I'm going to do rentals. I want you to make a little progress every single day. Focus in on one specific goal. One specific goal. Close your eyes and focus in on that one specific goal. And each and every day, I want you to make a little progress towards that goal, because you're going to look up and in the next 30 to 60 days, you're going to have an entire differently lifestyle. You're going to have an entire different mindset. If you make a little progress each and every day, you're going to get further versus you biting off more than you can chew, being overwhelmed, procrastinating on getting started. Then you finally start the project. You realize it's too much and you just stop. So if you can make a little progress every day, a little progress will go a long way. Okay, family, so make sure you write that down. Step 34, make a little progress each and every day, which is going to bring us to step 35. To conclude today's lesson, I want to leave you guys with some quality knowledge and help you understand this rule in particular, which is number 35, and it reads, what's bad for the hive is bad for the bee. What's bad for the hive is bad for the bee. And I want you guys to let that really, really soak in. And let me know if you need me to break it down or not. But I feel as if you understand exactly where I'm coming from when I say what's bad for the hive is bad for the bee. It's a little reverse psychology of one bad apple doesn't ruin the bunch. But in all actuality, it can have the power to ruin the entire batch of fresh apples. So I want to break this down to you. What's bad for the hive is bad for the bee. If it's bad for the home, it's bad for the head of the household. If it's bad for the team, it's going to be bad for the entire organization, right? So if it's bad for the home front, it's going to be bad for the foundation of where that house is built. So if it's bad for you, it's going to be bad for other people around you. If it's not good for you, how do you expect it to be good for other people? So number 35, what's bad for the hive is bad for the bees. So the next time you go out there, you're about to make a big decision, really ask yourself and think about your life, think about your mom life, think about your daughter life, think about your dad life, think about your son life, and ask yourself, do you want more? And before you make that decision, analyze the situation and say, what's bad for the hive is bad for the bee, right? So if it's bad for me, it's going to be bad for the generations to come after. So I want you guys to really pay attention to your daily decisions. Understand that the more self-care you give to yourself, the more of a phenomenal individual you will create. Nobody's going to come over here and rewire your brain. You have to do that for yourself. You have to create the person that you want to be yourself. Nobody's going to make you change. If you want to be a certain way, you got to be that way by yourself. You got to motivate yourself. You got to discipline yourself. And you have to go after your goals the most, because nobody else is going to come over here and uplift you. You got to find that inner strength, guys. So I want to give you a short review of today's episode. We went over steps 31 through 35. And 31 is don't judge other people. 32 is to forgive. 33 is to study the lives of the great. Number 34 is to make a little progress each day. And last but not least, number 35, what's bad for the hive is bad for the bee. So if you guys found value from today's episode, make sure you scroll down to the bottom of Apple Podcasts, leave us a review, give us a 5-star rating if you're listening on Spotify, and make sure you screenshot today's episode, post it on your story, head over to our YouTube channel, Elevate Your Success 101, and subscribe so that you never miss an episode. And if you guys have any questions, you want to be a guest on the show, or you got some feedback for us, make sure you hit us up on Instagram at Elevate Your Success. Thank you for all the support and all the love. Make sure you guys take notes on today's episode. Rewind it back if you have to. And like I said, if you found value, make sure you leave us a positive review. Without further ado, go out there and elevate your success and stay blessed.